Hello, TEQ Crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will share the technical analysis of Massive Protocol coin. First of all, we can see a descending trend here. The price movements haven't broken this descending trend yet, and we would like to see a breakout to the upside of this trend. Once that happens, the price movements will initially go up to around the 0.38 level. In other words, if we observe such a movement, it would actually be a very nice rally, showing an increase of approximately 10% or slightly below. However, currently, we are seeing a downward movement. The reason for this downward movement is not a rising trend but the fact that it touched the resistance zone of the descending trend. Of course, this is likely to happen. Additionally, the 0.33 level is very crucial, and we definitely do not want it to be broken downwards. If this zone is breached downwards, it is necessary to sell these coins, placing a stop order slightly below this zone, as we don't know where it will stop, and we could incur significant losses. Furthermore, the 0.38 level is also important. If the price rises above this level, we will likely see an increase up to the 0.43 level. Because there are no significant support or resistance zones in between. Therefore, 0.43 will be our target. This is how we can interpret it. Now, looking at the indicators, the Fisher indicator shows that it is currently about to create a bearish breakout, indicating a downward movement in price. Since it is in the resistance zone, we can say that this signal is normal. After the Fisher indicator closes, if we look at the REIS indicator, it has dropped below the 50 level. If it continues towards 30, we can say that the price movements may continue to move downward. Moreover, it is likely that the price will drop to around the 0.33 level. We should not forget about this. Furthermore, if we look at the charts on an hourly time frame, we have also examined the charts in the past. As you can see, just like in those regions, currently, we can see that there are intermediate support zones in the hourly time frame as well. Approximately, the 0.35 levels serve as intermediate support zones. After reaching these levels, we might observe an upward movement again. Therefore, it is necessary to be cautious in these regions as well. Of course, buying in these zones may not be a very accurate signal, so it is essential to be extremely careful when making purchases here. We should not forget this. Additionally, friends, let's slowly come to the end of our video. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Massive Protocol coin with you. If you liked the video, you can click the like button. To stay updated with future videos, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye. As you can see, we have already made a few videos about Bitcoin in the past, and the breaking of the triangle formation was important for us. Looking at the current situation, we can see that the triangle has broken to the upside and Bitcoin has been rising nicely. If we draw a line from the point of the break to the current point, we can see that it has made about a 10% increase. Of course, this 10% increase has led to nearly 100% gains in some altcoins. Moreover, the current level around 31,000 is a really nice point, both serving as support in the past and currently acting as resistance. In the near future, it might work as resistance again and not break through this range. Currently, we have been seeing Bitcoin fluctuating in this range for a couple of weeks, and we can't say for sure if it has fully broken to the upside. Because, as we can see, even if it breaks in this range, we can say that it is showing a hesitation towards the upside. The important level here is 31,191. If it stays above this level, it might go up to 32,917. This is quite possible and we should keep this in mind. However, as it seems, even though it has broken this level before, it hasn't reached 32,000 levels yet. Approximately, since May 11, 2022, we can say that it hasn't reached 32,000 or even 33,000 levels. Well, the 33,000 level is of significant importance. If it breaks above 32,000, we can truly say that we will witness a great season for Bitcoin. Moreover, looking at the moving averages, we can say that Bitcoin is currently above the moving averages. It is trading above the 200-day moving average, and with recent participation, we can see that it has also crossed above the 50-day moving average. Currently, the 8-day and 20-day moving averages are intertwined, indicating some short-term indecision. However, it would be very positive for us if Bitcoin continues to trade above the 50-day moving average in the long term. Therefore, we would prefer the 50-day moving average not to break to the downside. We can say that this level is important. Moving on to our indicators after closing the moving averages, let's examine the indicators. Looking at the Fisher indicator, we can say that it gave us a slight buy signal by creating a nice breakout around July 11th. However, there hasn't been much movement in price following this signal. But of course, it could rise in the coming days, so it's worth keeping an eye on. Now, looking at the RSI indicator after closing the Fisher indicator, it is currently moving around the 70 levels, oscillating between approximately 63.50 and 60. With these oscillations, we can see that price movements have actually stalled in this area. Currently, it is hovering around 63, close to its average. If it continues to trade above this average and crosses back above 70, we can say that the rally could continue for a while longer. It's important to keep this in mind. Moving on to the RSI indicator, after closing the RS indicator, if we draw a line from here, we can see that there is a significant steep upward trend. Of course, the continuation of this steep upward trend means a rapid rise in Bitcoin and altcoin prices. Therefore, caution is needed first and foremost. Now, let's look at our Bollinger Bands, examine them. As it appears, the Bollinger Bands quickly moved above the upper band and then re-entered the band. Currently, the Bollinger Band corresponding to the 20-day moving average has broken above the middle line and entered a narrow range. In this narrow range, there will either be a downward break or an upward break, and of course, we prefer an upward break. With such a breakout, we can expect price increases. After closing the Bollinger Bands, let's continue examining our chart on the 4-hour time frame. As it appears, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the desired breakout point has not yet occurred. In fact, if we draw a line, we can see that even if it breaks, it quickly shows a downward movement. In other words, there is no clear breakout. That's why we emphasize the need to be cautious. Additionally, we can say that there is a small upward trend in this area. Even if price movements drop to this point, the downside break of this level is important. Because if it breaks to the downside, we are likely to see further declines in price movements. Therefore, we prefer the downward break of this upward trend. It's important to keep this in mind. On the upper side, as we have mentioned before, it is important for Bitcoin to stay above the 31,191.50 level. We have shown this on the hourly time frame, but if we also look at the 4-hour time frame, as it appears, we can see that it is currently trying to break above this line. If it manages to break above and hold at this level, we can truly expect a significant price increase. The Bollinger Bands will provide us with a good signal in this regard. As it appears, they have been moving in a narrow range for a long time, and just as the rally was about to start, we see it fizzling out. However, it is still trading above the 20-day moving average. So, what's important here is the price movement. Even if it drops below the 20-day moving average, we want it to stay below this level and ideally not break below it. If it breaks above the upper band, we can expect a significant price increase. We can interpret it this way. Let's switch back to the daily time frame. Let's look at the level of 29,180, which could be a possible point of decline. We have a support zone coming from behind this region, and we can interpret it as an area where there have been significant touches in the past. Especially, as it appears, there are 2 touches here. In fact, if we draw a black line, currently, it is an important support zone, and we don't want price movements to break below it. Because if this important support is broken to the downside, we could potentially see a drop back to the $25,000 levels. So, caution is required. Let's emphasize again that this level is important. Let's slowly wrap up our video. To summarize the video, the breaking of the triangle formation is a very positive signal for us. However, the most important thing is the upward break of the 31,191.50 level. If it breaks above that, we will see it rise to the 33,000 levels. As for the price movements in the lower part, the level of 29,180 is significant for us. Even if it drops below this level, we want it to not break below this area to avoid significant losses. Additionally, we mentioned that if this zone is broken, it could drop to the 25,000 levels. Currently, there is no buy signal. After it breaks above 33,000, a buy order can be placed. Of course, it would be more appropriate to place a stop zone below 33,000 before entering a buy order. It's important to keep this in mind. After these comments, let's slowly come to the end of our video. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Bitcoin with you. If you liked the video, you can click the like button. To stay informed about upcoming videos, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.